What's up, guys? My name is Big Plo. I'm joined here by the Intouchable, Gino Medina, second generation superstar, and we are here at Beto Son at Trinity Groves to check out some incredible food and get to know this guy a little bit more.
Drink some margaritas.
And drink some margaritas. Liquid nitrogen margaritas. Yeah. Keep on top of that, don't spill it. Guys, we have some incredible food in front of us. You can't see it yet. We will show you guys chicharrones. Huh? How about that?
Got a tamal over here.
Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. So, G, let's get to know you a little bit more.
Of course, bro.
Born in Monterrey, Mexico?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Second generation superstar, like I said. One of the Texas pillars, they call you. So, I mean, we have to call you probably one of, if not the best wrestler in Texas.
Something like that, man. Texas is like so like packed with talent right now.
Yeah.
So you never know, man. There's always like for like each week there's a guy getting better. You know what I mean? So like you never know here in Texas. Better.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, we're gonna dig into a little bit of this food. We have got some incredible stuff, like I said, some house-made tater tots, some tachos, as they call them, elote, ceviche. So let's dig in, G. What do you want to try first?
Let's go with the chicharrones.
Oh,
man.
there you go.
Chicharrones
There you go.
look real good, man.
Fantastic. Dig in, brother.
All right, you want me to go first?
Oh, go ahead. They're still popping. I'm not sure if y'all can hear that, but they are still popping.
They are, man. Gotta dip it in this cheese. Let's show them this
little cheese drip. Little cheese.
Oh, there you go. That was a
Yeah.
good one.
That was nice. That was nice. Let's dig into that. Of course, guys, when you're here at Beto Son, you're at the best restaurant in Dallas, in my humble opinion. And this stuff is incredible, and it's still coming. It's still coming. You can drop that wherever, brother. That's absolutely.
There you go. Hey, oh, those look good, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
So, chicharrones and cheese. Actually, you know what? This needs to take a front row. These are the tenderloin nachos. If you've never had these individually dressed nachos, grab one of those, man.
I'm excited to see, man. There's two things I'm good at: wrestling and eating, man.
There you go. That's two of my passions too: food and pro wrestling. So, currently, you are the Smash Mouth Bull of the Woods champion. Something like 500 days and counting, right?
Yeah, it's been a while now.
You're about to break the record.
Almost. This close.
This close.
This close, man.
This close. So, how did you get associated with Smash Mouth and Lance Romance and the IPC and all that?
Honestly, I'm very thankful for like IPC and Lance Romance because for the longest, I was only mostly wrestling in Houston. So I started getting like a little more experience with a little bit more. I kind of wanted to like expand from Houston.
Sure.
So I kind of got in contact. Well, I actually worked the show in Dallas, and I guess that's when like Lance Roman scouted me out.
Sure.
And after that, he started reaching out, and he offered to help me to like bring me to this show and VIP wrestling, all different promotions here in Dallas.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of like the partnership kind of started, man.
Wow.
And before that, I had like Men's Sammy Guevara.
Sure.
So that's where like I guess the connection was.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because Sammy's from Houston as well.
Right.
So we were like pretty cool like from early on.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of how like things got started.
Awesome.
With the IPC.
Hey, represent, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Gotta wear the hoodie, bro.
Right on. So now you're currently signed with MLW.
Yes.
You've made a lot of moves there.
Yes.
What's been your most exciting time in MLW?
It's kind of like honestly what I like about MLW is just being in the locker room and like seeing all the talent they got back there. You know what I mean? Because like I remember my first time being at MLW. I remember I finished wrestling. I went to the back. I looked up and like it's literally like Loki was in front of me. You know, Austin Aries, Fatu, MJF, you know, Hammerstone, LA Park, and all these dudes are like amazing. And I'm just like, oh, like I'm just a fucking kid from Monterey, just here, just like sitting, like looking around, like what the hell's going on, you know? So I feel like that's what I like about MLW, just the locker room that's there, and like just knowing that like being around all those people, I can just get better. You know what I mean? That, but I feel like one of my favorite moments there has been like a segment that I did in New York. Actually, it was actually Selena, Renta, and Conan, and MJF, and myself in the ring. So I just thought it was a pretty cool moment just being in there. And like I said, the same thing happened the first time that I was there, where I kind of just looked around and I was like, well, I'm in the ring with all these guys, you know what I mean? So it was just fun.
Absolutely.
Fun experience.
For sure. Now, Conan traces back to kind of like, of course I said you were a second generation superstar. So your father was kind of, amongst Rey Mysterio, Conan, all those people back in the day, right?
Yeah, he was, man. He used to wrestle as the Sanguinario, that was his name, and the Máscara Maligna. For the longest, he kind of came up with a lot of that generation, you know. If you look at right now, like Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, well, their uncle used to wrestle my dad back in the day, like, and their dad. So like, it's kind of cool that that Monterrey era that was there for a while.
Yeah,
it's kind of coming back, but in myself and those dudes, you know what I mean? So it's kind of cool, that era still going.
A lot of second generation.
Yeah.
Dominic Mysterio.
We got Dominic. We got Hook, bro.
Hook, gangster, bro.
Yeah, man.
Low-key Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's what's up. You know what? I completely forgot. We're doing this in one take, so let me plug in the microphone. Hopefully we got some of this.
No.
Now we're gonna be a little bit louder.
There you go.
They definitely heard us.
Okay.
They definitely heard us. We're talking loud enough. I think we should dig into the ceviche. Yeah,
I'm drinking this margarita, man.
The thing about this margarita, if you don't keep on top of it, it's gonna overflow because it's just melting. It's melting.
And this boba on it is amazing, bro. Mm-hmm. Those little
passion fruit boba.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic.
All right, so let's bring the ceviche.
Yeah,
let's show it to them.
Let's trade out. Yeah. Ooh, look at that beautiful ceviche tower. It's gonna be shrimp. It's kind of like a Mexican shrimp cocktail. Ooh. Got some avocado. I'm just gonna dig in and just destroy this thing right now.
That looks so good, man.
There we go. Oh, it's fantastic. Got some avocado, some cabbage, some tomatoes, and some shrimp.
This place definitely knows how to make a good ceviche, man. This
man.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
One of those.
Ooh-wee. Right? Killer.
Yeah, man, as soon as you hit me up and was like, hey, man, I want to interview with some food, I was like,
dude, it's the best way to get to know somebody.
I gotta be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
wait, let me interrupt you real quick. You know what show? It's my favorite show right now.
What?
On YouTube, and I just love watching all the episodes. Hot Ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, so could you go on Hot Ones?
I think I could.
Yeah. You got the
I think I could. Man, I'm Latino, so I got a pretty,
Mm-hmm.
I think I can handle that heat, bro. So
let's make that happen, right?
We have to get Gino on Hot Ones.
Yeah. Be perfect. So, of course, growing up in the business, what's your first memory of being around pro wrestling?
I think I just remember there was this wrestler, and his name was Abismo Negro. That was his name. He was a really well-known wrestler in AAA, and I was just a mark for him, man. I loved him. I was like, oh, this guy's super cool, man. And I used to tell my dad all the time, I'm like, hey, this guy is really cool. Can I get a mask of this? He's like, yeah. He'll bring me masks, a little replica mask and whatnot. Yeah. But one time, I wanted to meet him. I was like, hey, is there a way I can meet him?
Yeah.
And it was funny because I would go to the back, but I would always try not to bother anybody.
Right.
But this guy just kind of came at me and was like, oh, what's up, man? I heard you wanted to meet me and stuff.
Oh shit.
So I guess just meeting him, that was my first actual memory of being in wrestling.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I was in locker rooms since I was a baby.
Yeah.
From what I can from what I heard, because of course I don't remember.
Right.
But they would tell me that I was a baby and they were taking care of me back there and whatnot. So that's pretty cool that
awesome.
I've basically been in locker rooms since I was a baby, man. Yeah. So and I was thinking about that. I never actually started wrestling. I was just born into wrestling. You know what I mean? And I just think it's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Just I feel like the passion that I have for it is kind of what kind of relates to how long that I've been in all of this.
Sure.
It kind of because I get very passionate just talking about wrestling, and kind of just takes you back to just being a baby, and
right
being
on.
in the locker room. So yeah, man. The thing is, I guess that's one of my earliest memories, and just meeting that guy, meeting Abismo Negro, and that's when I look at all these kids at shows. I know that we got that power on them where they're like, oh, I go say hi to this kid.
Absolutely.
I just unlocked a new memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
to me, that's pretty cool, man.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So, how old were you when you had your first match? Because I read that you were 6 years old and you were in a minis match.
Kind of like something like that. Something
Okay.
like that. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that was a lie.
Okay.
That was
There
a
you
lie.
go, you just heard that. Shit.
Just because there was a guy once at Reality Wrestling that was like, "Hey man, we want to put like a funny little like little things on y'all's little bio. Like,
Okay.
is it cool if I like put this?"
Got it.
And I was like, okay, that's fine. And the next thing you know, MLW is like, "Oh yeah, he wrestling.
First match is 6.
And I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be hard to tell him that this didn't really happen. So I just went with it.
There you go.
But it was the first time that I say on camera that was not real.
Wow.
But I had my first match at 14.
14?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's still crazy young.
Oh, 16.
16,
Sorry,
okay.
Started training at 14.
Okay, there you go.
There you go. I'm gonna grab one of those nachos
Yeah,
as well,
man,
man.
please. We have so much food on this table, and we haven't even. So, you said that you started training at 14, but most people know that you were trained by the one and only, 2-time WWE Hall of Famer Booker T. So, how did that come about?
So actually, before Booker T, I was already training. I was trained by this luchador.
Okay.
His name was Monje Negro. That was his name.
Okay.
His name was Monje Negro, and Saki Brown. That was another guy that was training.
Yeah.
So that's where my lucha roots kind of kept going. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because I started doing that first, and I feel like that's the reason why I kind of wrestle the way that I do now. Because that I had to like learn all that first.
Yeah.
But honestly, I was very, very grateful for my trainer because he was super hard on me, man. Super hard on me. I was like literally 14 years old, but he treated me like an adult. He wasn't like gonna like take it easy on me or anything.
Oh, wow.
He had me going, man. He had me like, he taught me a lot of discipline, man, with wrestling. He taught me how to respect wrestling.
Yeah.
Which I feel like a lot of people don't now when they train, but. He's the reason that he trained me the way that I respect him now.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I did that for a little bit. I started training at 14. Finally had my first match at 16, right? And after that, that's when I went to Booker T's, man. And that was cool though because what they wanted there. What is this?
Oh, this is a treat right here.
Okay.
Carajillo.
Okay, nice.
Coffee, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you. That looks really good.
This is the Carajillo con crema.
I'm not even gonna try to lift it because I will spill it, all of it.
So this is Liqueur 43 espresso, well, I guess Mexican coffee, and a little bit of cream, a little bit of Irish cream.
Has alcohol in it?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, absolutely.
I like this one, man. I'm gonna try that one,
It's a good
but I feel like it was
after dinner, maybe a nice morning, nice you wake up, you want to have your coffee, put a little booze in it, make it a little friendly like that. That's good.
That looks so good.
Oh man, it is delicious.
But long story short, man, with Booker T,
Yeah.
basically, he wanted a luchador. He was like, "Yeah, I want to bring a luchador in."
Hell yeah.
And I got a really good Booker T voice, so.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, we're luchador, blah blah blah." They bring in luchador in, and at the time I used to wrestle as Thunderjet.
Thunderjet?
Thunderjet, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to wrestle as Thunderjet. So they brought me in, full mask. They brought in Thunderjet, man.
Yeah.
Booker wasn't there when I wrestled, but they told me to come to the gym so he could take a look at me, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I go wrestle for them. I come back, he wants to look at me, meet me, or whatever. As soon as he sees me, he's like, "You're not gonna wrestle with a mask anymore, kid." And I was like, all right. He's
Yeah.
like, "Are you comfortable with that?" I was not.
You
But
weren't.
I was like, okay, I'll try my best. But yeah, man, that's basically how all that came about. A couple of months later, I had to take my mask off.
Yeah.
I was super uncomfortable. I was
Really?
still 16, and I was not like confident in myself or
Sure,
anything at all.
sure.
And I was like a lost little teenager.
Right,
And that was like pretty hard time in my life because I was trying to find myself as a wrestler.
Right.
And as a human being at the same time.
Sure.
So like when I would go out there, you could tell right away that that kid's
Yeah.
not confident in himself. So yeah, it took me a while to kind of turned to Gino.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's how it started. That's how it started with Booker T.
Man, well, thank you, Booker T, on behalf of all the mamacitas out there. Can you imagine covering this guy up? It's fucking horrible. So you had mentioned you were trained in Mexico, so you kind of work a hybridized style.
Yes.
You can high fly, but I mean your feet, man.
Yes.
Your educated feet,
Yes.
your kicks are incredible.
Yes, man. Thank you.
So, I mean, where do you get your style from?
I mean, I guess a lot of it just does like originate from Lucha Libre, because I grew up watching that stuff. But to me, every time I'm watching Lucha Libre, I feel like as I was watching it, I thought it was amazing, man. Like I saw these masked guys with capes just flying around, man, and I thought it was amazing. But as soon as I started watching like American wrestling and WWE, I was just like, okay, there's something different here.
Yeah.
Why am I more invested with these guys? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here? And that's when I realized, everything that goes into American wrestling as well, which is basically that, having that connection with the crowd.
Sure.
So to me, that's what got me. I'm like, okay, I want to do that. As I started training and wrestling a little bit more, I kind of wanted to like put both of those together.
Yeah.
I still wanted that Lucha Libre, but I also wanted to get you invested into that. So that's kind of what I try to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the kicks, man, I just love, good old kick, man. And during the pandemic, actually, before that I was already throwing kicks. But during the pandemic, I didn't have nobody to train with. Mm-hmm. So all I had like this little dummy, and all I could do was kick him. So you know how that goes, bro.
Yeah.
That's where the question mark came about, bro.
Really?
I was just like I was just playing around with this little dummy, and I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? And I started looking up YouTube videos,
Man.
and then people are like, let's call it a question mark. I look it up, and I'm like, oh, it's a question mark kick, and then that's how it slowly started, going about.
I mean, the crowd always pops when the question mark kick comes out. I mean, it's just insane. That's great. So we have like 3 more courses of food, so we're going to eat a little bit, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to continue the interview. So we're not going to eat on camera. That's tacky, right? So we'll see you guys in just a second. All right, guys, we're back with another round. We got a Cuban torta right here. We got some tacos, some enchiladas. You got the
Show them this.
the carnitas fideo bowl right here. Insane.
Amazing.
As seen on Beat Bobby Flay, by the way.
Ooh.
I mean, what is there to say? I'm going to dive into this Cuban torta real quick.
I'm gonna try one of these tacos.
Go. We're going to box everything.
Thank you.
Are we doing good at the moment?
Oh, yeah. All
Yes,
good.
yes, appreciate it.
So good. And the staff is so good. Look at this. Pork, jamon, cheese.
Ooh.
I mean, come on.
Actually, one time, there's this Mexican restaurant. Mexican like place here where like they do a torta challenge,
Oh, yeah?
and I had to eat this big torta, man,
Oh,
and I couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
No, you had to do it in 5 minutes.
Oh, in 5 minutes. I don't know about that.
No.
Yeah. Maybe not. There we go. Oh, man. Yeah.
Ooh, so good.
Bro, you have to grab that.
I will right now.
You have to. So good.
What's inside of it? You said it was like pulled pork.
Yeah. Pork and ham and Swiss cheese and just really, really good stuff.
Okay, and what is this again? Sorry.
Right here?
Yes.
Elote.
Oh. Okay. I love it. All right, I'm gonna take a bite out of this.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's kind of gangster.
It's very gangster.
Man. If you love Cuban sandwiches, it's a Cuban, but it's like a Mexican Cuban,
It's a little bit of a mix.
Yeah, fusion, baby.
Hybrid torta over here. You said I'm a hybrid wrestler. This is a hybrid torta.
That's it. It is. It is. Hybrid torta. Oh, man.
Not gonna eat too much of that because that bread's gonna get me full.
Right?
That man
Smart.
wait.
So smart. Knows how to eat. Right here. You can tell. And talk about pretty food right here. These enchiladas. Stacked
That is beautiful,
enchiladas. I mean, you got the watermelon radish. Who doesn't love that? Beautiful egg on top. Man. Next level right there. So Gino, I think it's no secret that you're a Spider-Man fan. So of course everybody's talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. You saw it opening night.
Yes.
Shout out to Katie Sunshine.
Katie's the best, man.
She is the best.
She's the best.
Absolutely. So what did you think of Spider-Man No Way Home?
So I'm gonna give it like a little non-spoiler review.
Yeah.
But because you haven't seen it, I'm pretty sure a lot of people haven't seen it.
Not
Maybe
yet.
by the time this drops,
Right.
they might have seen it, but still, it's amazing, man. For me, I guess I was like, as a kid, I was kind of like related to Spider-Man.
Sure.
Because I felt like that one kid.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, kind of quiet and shy and
Right.
like couldn't really talk to girls, but I'm a lot of heartthrob now, right?
Yeah.
But back in the day, it wasn't like this.
Got it.
So Spider-Man was my guy, man.
Yeah.
I watched the movies with Tobey Maguire.
Of course.
I love them. I grew up on those, man. When I was a kid, that's like I would watch the movie all the time. That was like my comfort movie, man.
Right. Absolutely.
Everybody has that comfort movie.
sure.
Spider-Man was it for me, man. I would watch
sure.
Tobey all the time. I watched the second one, the third one. Everybody hated it. I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it just kept going. After that, Andrew started coming out. Andrew Garfield. Those movies, people, they were had bad reviews, but I'm like, these movies are still good.
loved it, still
They're
loved
still
it.
good.
Yeah.
So I feel like with this new movies, with Tom Holland and whatnot, I feel like everything just comes together. You know what I mean? Just all the villains come out, all the villains, and I'm pretty sure you've seen that. I'm not spoiling anything.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure you've seen that. Dr. Octopus comes out, the Green Goblin,
Yeah.
Sandman, the Lizard, and I'm just
Rhino?
thinking, Rhino, no.
Oh, okay.
Rhino doesn't come out.
Okay.
But they're all these four. I think it's four. Oh no, Electro comes out.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, Electro. Jamie Foxx, he does great at it, man.
Foxx, yes.
But they're just kind of. I feel like these three movies have been an origin story for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like a lot of people see Tom Holland as like, oh, this kid is just Iron Man Jr. Blah blah blah. But the guy's good, and then this movie kind of gives him justice. You know what I mean? Kind of like lets everybody see how good of an actor he is.
Sure.
Cause just the way he, and I'm not gonna spoil anything.
Yeah, no.
But just the way that he brings you in, and like kind of makes you feel what he's feeling.
Yeah.
I think that this movie is like the best movie that he's been able to do that. But I'm gonna watch it again tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Great.
So yeah, that's how good of a movie it is.
Man, I'm gonna go see it. I know everybody else
When are you
either
watching it?
has. I'm gonna go see it. What's today? Today's Monday. I'm gonna go see it sometime this week, probably Wednesday.
Okay.
No, I think Wednesday's Christmas, isn't it? I don't know.
Hope not.
No, I don't think it is.
I hope not.
No, yeah.
I started my Christmas shopping. Yeah.
Oh shit! We need to get on that. I'm gonna go see it on Wednesday, which
There you
will
go.
be before this drops. So
Okay.
we'll talk about it after that. It'll be good. So, all right, G. So let's talk about injuries in pro wrestling. Of course, it's not ballet. Shit happens, right? So, what's the worst injury that you've had so far in your young career?
I wouldn't say this is like the worst because it's a very small injury, but it's the one that's like taking me out for the longest, and that beats like 2 months. I broke my finger, man. I literally like, broke my finger. I was at training, and my finger literally like snapped. Like
shit.
the bone was out,
Dang.
and like you could literally see the crack.
Oh,
in the,
man.
in the finger.
That's nasty.
He was super nasty. Man.
How'd that happen?
I was training, and this guy basically gave me an arm drag. The guy pushed down on my shoulder, so my hand literally spiked on the mat. So as soon as it did that, the bone was out. I remember I just looked at it, and I was just like, "Is this really happening right now? Like, what the hell?" I remember one of my friends. He was like, "Hey, G, you're alright, bro?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, man, I just broke my finger." He goes, "Come on, I'll snap it back into place." And I'm like, are you sure about that?" The finger was just that way, and the bone was out.
The bone was out. So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
broke through the skin.
Broke through the skin, man.
Oh.
Disgusting. I had to get surgery the next night. Yeah, I had to get the surgery the next day, and I was out for 2 months with that because I couldn't like do anything with it. And like wrestling, you know, like just attacking the mat, taking bumps. And stuff. You gotta like
absolutely
use your hands. You know, wrestling. You know, you gotta have hold of them. So like I couldn't do anything.
You can't just tape that off.
Yeah, I couldn't. I could really couldn't do much. So that one's been pretty bad. I had like a little meniscus tear.
Yeah.
Swell on my knee. But I mean that still bothers me a little bit still, but it's getting a little bit better.
Okay.
But other than that, I've been like luckily I haven't been like badly hurt on anything. So like, yeah, I'm very thankful. You know,
knock on wood for that.
Knock on wood. That doesn't happen. But I mean, I do get beat up pretty often. You know, like right now I have like a little my trap is like super tight. You know, my elbows are like super like tender. Yeah. But you know, it's just wrestling, man. Like you said, it's not bad. Like I tell people this all the time. I train people. I help people train at Booker T's. So that's what I tell them right off the bat, man. I'm like, dude, do you think it's gonna be easy?
Yeah.
Sorry, but it's not.
Like, you're always working sore.
Yeah. Like if you think like if tie-ups hurt you, it hurts your collarbone. I'm sorry, but man, that's like gonna be the first thing that is gonna hurt. You know, your collarbone. Even hitting the ropes. During the pandemic, I couldn't get in the ring for the longest.
Yeah.
So when it was like 1 or 2 months that I couldn't be in the ring, as soon as I came back, bro, hitting the ropes hurt. I was like, what?
Right.
I haven't felt this since I was like 14.
That's
you know,
right.
like because I have been going since I was 14 and like took those 2 months off and like that callus you develop from the rope, just the ropes alone. I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get out of practice, you know, they say that the ring rust thing, some people say it's not real. It's real. It's
very real.
Definitely hard to get back in after a while. So, tough question. Everybody always kind of struggles with it, but who's your Mount Rushmore of pro wrestlers?
I would have to go with my favorite wrestler of all time is Edge.
Yeah.
Super random, but I love Edge.
Nice.
Radar superstar, bro.
Absolutely. It's fantastic.
I love Edge, so I would have to throw him up there. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, of course. And I mean, let me see, who would be the other one?
That fourth one's always the hardest, right?
It is. I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, this is just my preference because I mean, as a wrestler, I love them. But you know, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Chris Benoit, man, that guy was like, because that guy just oozes intensity, man.
Absolutely.
And you know, I always thought he was an amazing wrestler.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm gonna go with those four, man.
That's a huge list. Now, what era of Shawn Michaels is your favorite?
I always been a fan of him. Like even when he was out there, like you know, being I love the Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah.
But even when he came back, it was all like you know, like grown Shawn Michaels. And dude.
The Christian.
Yeah, Christian Shawn Michaels.
Christian Shawn Michaels.
Texting with God.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But now, like as I was saying that too, like I guess I'm like a mixture of all like those three, like Edge, Eddie Guerrero, Michaels, because I try to like do like a little bit of each. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And so yeah, and I didn't even like think about it until I was saying it out loud right now. I was okay, like you know, I like. If you grab something from each one, you get like Gino, you know.
Man, you know what?
Yeah,
it's absolutely true.
Yeah.
Because when Eddie had China, that was the Mamacita, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on.
I see it turn into the Radar superstar.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's hope that you have a career as long as his without the interruption.
Yeah.
I
hopefully,
mean, because he's back now doing incredible stuff.
Yeah, man. When people ask me about that dream match, man, I'm like.
It could still happen,
hopefully,
right? It could still happen. Yeah. Hey, let's hope, right?
Hopefully one day.
All right, let's do a lightning round. I got 3 questions, real quick. First thing that pops in your head: your favorite title belt.
The World Heavyweight Championship, the WCW one.
The big gold.
Yeah,
the big gold. Okay. Join any stable in the history of pro wrestling.
DX.
Oh, shit. Now, which DX? Triple H and Shawn China, or with the Outlaws and Pac and all that?
With the Outlaws.
With the Outlaws, absolutely. Okay. Your favorite lucha mask?
My favorite lucha mask? I would have to go with Abismo Negro's lucha mask. You need to go with that one. It's a beautiful mask.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure is. And your dream opponent?
Dream opponent? I said it right now, but like Edge and CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Yes.
That'd be great too. Absolutely. So this is actually the end of the interview. We're
Okay.
still gonna eat.
Okay.
y'all are gonna see
We
that.
still got a lot of food.
What's next for you? And that's such an open question, you know. But what do you want to be next for you?
For myself, I feel like I always want to. I just want to keep getting better. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I started so young.
Yeah.
And I feel like I just keep getting like better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like as long as it doesn't stop,
Right.
as long as I don't stop getting better, I feel like I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know sometimes, you know, we all kind of doubt ourselves and whatnot.
Of course.
We're kind of, like, am I really getting any better? Oh, like whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as I'm getting better, I feel like I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, hopefully I get to travel the world soon and do wrestling, you know what I mean? Hopefully I go to Japan.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get to work a little bit more in Mexico soon, you know? This whole pandemic, it's not letting people do that too
That's
much.
right.
But
That's
hopefully that happens soon. But yeah, that's a big goal for me, like getting out of the country a little bit more and getting to work other places and whatnot.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, as long as I'm wrestling, I'm happy. You know, wherever it is. We talked a little bit out of the interview earlier, and we talked about that, how I just want to, like, as long as I'm wrestling,
Yep.
making a decent living for myself, I'm okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wherever that is, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
You know, but as long as I'm doing that, and eating,
And eating. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm good, man.
Absolutely. You know what? They actually just dropped this off. I gotta show you guys. This is
Oh, I didn't even see that.
This is a jalapeno peach margarita.
Ooh.
So it's a little bougie, but you know what?
This is good. I had one like this last time,
Yeah,
like with the little spice, the little kick. It's really good, man.
a little bit of heat. Well, all right, G. Where can people find you on social media?
You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter under TLHT, which stands for the Latin Heartthrob. If you forget, just think about what am I? A Latin Heartthrob.
Latin Heartthrob. Ask the mamacitas. They all know. They all know.
But yeah, man, that's where you can find me online, and I also have a lot of my merch up there. So if you guys want to get some merch, if you guys want to get some Gino merch, you get it right there.
That's
All
it.
right?
Absolutely. All right, guys. My name is Big Flo. We are at Beto Son at Trinity Grove, the best restaurant in Dallas. I promise you.
Yeah.
This is Gino Medina, the untouchable one. El Intocable. My Spanish
There you
sucks.
go. That was
but
great.
Okay, perfect. And so many other accolades and nicknames, but Gino Medina.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.